Hola, buenos dias, bienvenido a la Mexico. Hoy es miércoles, and today I'm somewhere a little bit different. You might know that I left Mexico City recently and I'm now in Taxco. Taxco is an awesome town to the south of Mexico City in the state of Guerrero. It's about two and a half hours south of Mexico City on the bus. And oh my god, this place is beautiful. If you've seen my Guanajuato videos, you'll know what a Pueblo Magico looks like at Lixco, Tlaquepaque, etc. That's right, Taxco is another Pueblo Magico. And I'm literally blown away by how amazing this place is. I'm going to be doing two videos from here. This one, which is very much a things to do video kind of thing. And the other one will be another addition to my Let's Walk Around series, where I just basically show you shots of the area and give my opinion at the end. So, without further ado, let's have a look around. So as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day in Taxco today. Mucho sol. Fantastico. So if you're planning to come here from Mexico City, as I did, you just need to go to Mexico Sur bus terminal, which is in the south of the city, next to Tasqueña subway station. It costs about 245 pesos. I'll put all the equivalents in other currencies down below, and the bus company that I used was Estrella de Oro. In terms of where you get dropped, it's reasonably central. Taxco is quite small, so you don't have to worry about trekking a million miles to your accommodation. The first thing you'll see at this time of year, Cempasúchil, remember that from Dia de Muertos? And right behind me up there you have Dia de Muertos decoration still from last week. And this Zocalo is very quaint, it's very small. You've got the traditional thing in the middle there, which you'll see in many Pueblo Magicos. And one thing I haven't said about Pueblo Magicos, when you look at the buildings in terms of shops and big brands like HSBC, OXXO, that kind of thing, the lettering, the signage above the shops, isn't the traditional, OXXO big red sign. It's very much in keeping with the local architecture and the local design, which just adds to the level of sweetness and quaintness in a place like this. It's beautiful. And over there you have a big cathedral church. Let's go and have a look at that. Right, you might know that I am a huge fan of churches and cathedrals in Mexico. Even if you're not religious like me, I strongly advise you to visit as many churches and cathedrals as you can, because literally they are spectacular, mind-blowing. I've said this before in other videos, so I'm not going to dwell on that point, but in terms of the exterior, right at the top, architecture is beautiful. Inside, oh my god. The chandeliers, the level of intricate detail with the design. I'm turning into a cathedral geek again, but I don't care. Totally awesome. Yes, another beautiful example of cathedrals stroke churches in Pueblo Magicos. When you're researching your trip to Taxco, you'll see that one of the key trades in this area, dating back to pre-Hispanic times, is silver mining, silver production. So you can walk around this town and you'll see numerous shops available where you can buy silver jewellery and other silver items like ornaments and decorations for your house and things like that. It's awesome. And in terms of silver, this is very common in this area of Mexico, in Guerrero. If you talk about West Mexico City, all the way up to San Luis Potosi, these areas are very well known for silver production. So I was thrown out of the jewellery shop for filming, as per usual, so hello. So I'm shopping now in one of the many markets. So you come down all these narrow streets, winding narrow streets, you can get food, vegetables, bags, which is what I'm looking for. So I'm getting rid of my suitcase basically and getting a carry-on bag. Great idea, David. Hola. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
So it's a little bit later, I'm just on the top of a hotel by a swimming pool, sipping mezcal limon refresco. Oh, it's got a bit of a bite, but it's all good. Mezcal's okay. So I've just been down in a silver mine, as you do. So I mentioned earlier about silver being a huge part of the industry in terms of Taxco, and it cost 150 pesos, quite expensive, it's very touristy, but the guide was great, very informative, despite the fact that I didn't have a clue what he was saying, because it was in Spanish. Although I did get some things, in terms of, he said it was very unique to this area, and like I said earlier, the silver is used to create jewellery, ornaments. That was another thing he said. There was a good part where like an indigenous man came out of the darkness and started telling us about how the silver was extracted from the rock. That's a great word. And basically they used to use a deer horn to wallop it with to get it out of the rock. And you probably can't see it on the footage because the lighting was really bad, obviously. But one thing that was cool, when they shine the light onto the rock, you can really see the metal glistening in the rock. So yeah, it was an interesting thing to go to. Obviously, if you understand Spanish, then you'll have a better time than I did. But all in all, it was a great thing to do. I've never been in a silver mine before, so cheers, Taxco. Right, we're off to our next stop now. Just look at these views behind me. Sensational. I haven't said that word in any video, anytime, I don't think. Is this Mexico? Is this Asia? Is this Europe? This is why Taxco is immense. Just look at it. Stunning. We're heading off to, wait for it, a Teleferico. Yes, a cable car. Up there. Let's go. So I'm feeling a bit tipsy now after that mezcal. I'm a lightweight. I'm going up in the Teleferico. The entrance is behind me. Once again, this is quite expensive. I believe it's 95 pesos. I'm not sure if that's one way or both ways. I'm hoping it's both ways, or I could be walking down or maybe flying, hopefully. Yeah, obviously you would expect that in a slightly touristy town. I'm excited. The Teleferico takes you up to Monte Taxco Hotel, where you are able to get some amazing views of Taxco. Lovely. Right, the sign over there, Viaje Redondo, 95 pesos, Viaje Sencillo, one way, 65. So it's worth getting the trip down as well. We're on another cable car, Teleferico. Compared to the one in Ecatepec and Medellin, it is slightly antiquated, as you would expect. It's a bit old. Let's get better lighting. Oh, there's better lighting. Fantastic. Literally, the guy will push you off the thing with his hands. Oh my god. Let's look at the views. Honestly, I could cry. I might be sweating like a pig right now. Maybe it's the mezcal. But the views are exceptional. You can see all the houses below, the mountains, or hills, whatever you want to call them. And the cable cars going past you. It's so cool. It reminds me so much of like Italy or Sicily. I've been to Sicily. There's no cable car there, but just in terms of the views, exceptional. I think we're almost at the top. I read reviews of this yesterday, and like on TripAdvisor, and some people were saying that it wasn't worth it, that it was a waste of time and the views were rubbish. Hello? Those people are obviously stupid. Unlike me, because these views are sensational. Again, we're almost here. Lovely. This is stunningly quiet up the top. I just want to say something. When you travel a lot, you go to places that kind of remind you of other places you've been, and like I just said about Sicily, this also reminds me of, strangely, Japan. So I went to some places in Nagasaki particularly where I was quite high up, not up cable cars, but it's just so quiet. And there's like little shops here, and you know, it's spectacular. It's awesome. Let's have a look around. There's a lot to do up here, especially if you have a bit of money. So as well as the hotel, there's a country club, golf, there's tennis courts just behind me. There's a spa as well. So if you're someone that's coming to Mexico on holiday, for example, and you're thinking about going to Guanajuato, obviously there's probably things like this in Guanajuato, but just consider Taxco as an alternative. At least I would, if that was me. Right, I'm back down. Look, I've been all the way up there. Amazing. So thank you, Taxco, for a wonderful day. This place is awesome. There will be another video, as I said at the beginning, which is more of a let's walk around with a bit of an opinion at the end of Taxco. Stay tuned. Next up, we're going to Puerto Vallarta. Yes, the Mexican adventure of 2018 continues. So make sure you stay tuned. If you want to see those videos, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell so you get a notification when I upload a video. And I think that's about it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you later.